Hello everybody, welcome back to another Trenton World 4 video. We're back in the wonderful DBBR 218 by Trenton, Germany, and we're doing a freight run on Hamburg, Lubeck. So we've got a double-headed 218, which does make it quite exciting. We're at Ravensburg, and we're going to be heading all the way up to Lubeck with all of these cars unpainted. I don't know what these would be, BMWs, I don't know, but these cars, I'm a noob when it comes to cars. But yeah, let's hop into the train. I don't know if we have to change the gear on here. Figure out where the gear is again. Gear slow, yeah, that would be correct. Yeah, slow gear. We'll get the safety systems on, so we've actually got to change cabs for that. It's actually a little bit naughty because we can't go through, so we sort of got to jump down. Luckily there's a fair amount of space. So we'll get the systems on. I'll have to roar off the engine, but why can't we get up? Roar off the engine of both of them at once. Down here, so we got the PZB and the CFA, which hopefully already will be set to the right mode. And I'd probably put this as heavy freight, so hopefully it will sort of set itself to heavy freight. Otherwise we got an issue. There's no idea where the mode switch is. Let's put key on and we'll see what it's put us as. Yeah, we're set in passenger mode at the moment. Where do we change that? Must be where we can change the PZB mode. Trouble is, where do we do that? Yeah, that's the gear. I suppose if anything, it would be back in the other cab, wouldn't it? With all the other fuses. Unless it's somewhere on here. It's not going to be on the control desk, is it? Yeah, let's quickly go back to the other cab. We will get going. And we'll quickly just see if there is a PZB mode switch. Because otherwise we'll be in passenger mode, but we'll just follow the freight limits. Oh, there it is there. Right there. There you go. Right, yeah. Yeah, okay, that's now set. Cool. Right, back down we go. We will get moving. There we go. So we now are in the correct PZB mode, which we have determined as being heavy freight. It's basically the slowest one. So we'll quickly take the key out, or the handle, put it back in. We're still in blinking passenger mode. Wait, ow. Why are we still in passenger mode? Back down we go. I'll flick it on and flick it off again. Right, up we go. If only we had this in our cab, it'd be so much easier. Right, off, on. Right, surely that is now enough. Right, down we go. We're getting a workout from all this. Right, out we go. Again. And now we should hopefully be in the correct mode. I really hope we are. Yes, there we go. We're now in the correct mode. Let's get the train fully set up. So we've got the brake here. We'll take that off. Start releasing the brakes. Instrument lights, we'll get them on, I suppose. What else have we got? I think that's about it. We have got our signal lights on, haven't we? They aren't. No, they're on reds at the moment. Transmission power, get that on. Train lights, we don't actually need that on, do we? Right. So now we've got to find where the blimmin' switch is for the... There's quite a lot to this locomotive. There you go, white on. Is that going to be white? Let's have a look. Yeah, that's fine. Right, now we can go. Well, we've got to wait for the brakes to fully come off. They shouldn't take too long. And starting speed limit is 40. Oh, that was easy. There's a lot of power to lot of power in these two locomotives. I suppose it would be. I think it was what 2,600 horsepower for one of them. So yeah, 5,200 horsepower between the two. So yeah, we've got a fair amount of power behind us. As we head up to Lubeck. And I believe it's said this is one of the quick services, so we don't have to stop at Ahrensburg. You sometimes sit for a little while to let other trains go through. I don't think we need to. Hopefully audio is okay. It was a bit noisy. Put that down. Yeah, much prefer driving this train on Hamburg Lubeck. Much suits it much better than main Taubahn. So our top speed will be 100 kilometers an hour, so not fast, but it is heavy freight, so almost looks like there's brakes on. Is that just the sound of the engine? Sounds like, well, it could be flange, I suppose, but we're not on the corner yet. Well, along we go. Get up a bit more. Wow, that sounds nice though. Now that's flange. Sounding good. But that sounds really good, just the sound of those two locos working together. I suppose when we did do main Taubahn, it's only got what, 3 Dovetail coaches behind, so it's not really working that hard, whereas on here you're getting the loco to work. Try and get a can we try and get a little screenshot, little photo? Yeah, there we go. It's a really easy loco to drive though. I mean, as it's diesel, it's not like you can overcharge it and then break the fuse. So there's not really much to it. I mean, generally it is quite an easy train to drive. Don't be put off by having the wheel and all these switches and flicks everywhere. It's relatively straightforward. They're much easier than say the DBBR 110 or 111. I mean, they're like trains which are challenging to drive, or slightly harder to drive, as they're electric and they've got an old electric, so you can break the fuse on them, which is annoying. I don't think the speed's gone up. Well, I've got a feeling it has gone up to like 60. But I don't know if there's a speed board for it. I mean, it's not that far when we go onto the main line anyway. So we don't really need to speed up. Well, I'm pretty certain it has gone up. There's just no board for it. Quite a cool little offshoot this bit is. So that's the main route there, then you've got Ravensburg sort of down here, sort of little freight area. A little sort of extra. There we get that. I still wish the horn though was actually on the wheel, just sort of whack that down and it did the horn. Old thing. I believe we're also going uphill here as well, so get a bit more power on us. once we're out on the main line, hopefully it will be a fairly easy journey. Although saying that, we probably are late getting to the main line, so we might have lost our slot, although hopefully we haven't. If we have, then we're screwed, as we want to be stuck behind something all of the way. See there. That though. The two beasts prowling through Hamburg. Get in before Zephyr gets off. I don't know if it would be like in the M wagon where you can't hear the Zephyr on the outside. Yeah, so we're coming up to the junction now, which then takes us on to the main line. And from there, well, up to 100 kilometers. Basically, we'll just be at 100 kilometers an hour the whole way. That does come down to 90. As it barked behind, down to 90. But apart from that, yeah, I think it will be 100 pretty much the whole way. Well, the one annoying thing about this train is there's no AFB. So we've sort of got to manually keep it at 100, which ain't too bad. And it's not, you know, like a really hilly route where you're going to be losing speed lots, or going downhill where you've got to sort of put the brakes on constantly. So we should sort of just be able to let it coast at 100, and it will slowly but surely come down. Very certain speed is 60 there, but no speed board, so I don't want to be better safe than sorry. There we go, so we'll be turning right up here. A little bit of downhill here. And up we go. Up and round. Even though this route is 2021, May 2021 this came out, it still looks really good. Like, it really is a good looking German route for its age. Again, it's not like one of the old, it's not like pre-2020, but looks good still. Definitely one of those routes which would make do with TOD4. There. That level crossing barrier has never been fixed. It's always been up. Lovely stuff. Sounds like a 747 getting ready to take off, or some sort of jet engine. Listen to that. Sound of music. Music to your ears. That was 80, so hopefully there'll be no sudden 40 mile per hour limits. Sort of getting across onto the main line. Hopefully not. There's even a 363 there. Go almost at 80. Our top speed is 100, and if we go above 100, basically the train has a complete meltdown. And it's like, no, how dare you? Oh, we've got one waiting for us there. Sorry, mate. I'm probably 3 minutes behind schedule. Probably more than that, actually. But we shall be out of your way. Little toot to everybody on board. Oi, oi. Check that is an 80, yeah. Cool, and on to the main. That was 80. Did feel a bit fast, but that was 80. It'll go up to 100 kilometres an hour. That's the other train. Listen to it going again. A320 or 747 ready for takeoff. Here we go. We are flying. It'll be like a double yellow at the next signal, but oh, right, slow right down now. Hopefully it'll be like this for the full journey, just greens the whole way. And there is suspension on this locomotive. It's not as noticeable on Hamburg, Lubeck. But we are getting a little bit of bounce, not much though. But again, it's a fairly sort of smooth route anyway. Spam queue. Get to the station. Let's watch it going through. Man, they're a bit close to the edge. Just a tad close to the edge of the platform. Right, probably coming up to 100 kilometres an hour, so quite quickly we'll return to the cab. I hope it's not having a tantrum with us. Yep, we're at 100. We've got to slow down quickly as well, so otherwise it's going to get really annoyed. There we go. And yeah, usually once you get to about 102, 103, it just gets really annoyed piece of it. It's like, oh, what are you doing? Don't do that. There you go, and our top speed for today's video. A lovely 100 kilometres an hour. Just checking my my blind, like the wind was blowing it, see if we can see it on the corner of the webcam, that's sort of blowing inwards. On the hottest day of the year, 27 degrees today. Mental. Well, not really, but it's June, it's summer. That window open. So the atmospheric sounds. There's Hamburg Tondorf or something like that. So through we go. Certainly makes a nice difference driving a diesel to an electric. As I mean, for the majority of sort of mainline locomotives for what we have in Germany, they're all bloody electric, so it's quite nice having a diesel one. I know obviously there are electric wires, but in past Lubeck it goes into diesel territory. It's quite nice just to have something diesel and not just a shunter. Much prefer Sifa on these old trains where it just buzzes you, it doesn't start shouting Sifa, Sifa. Not so nice just having the buzz. Right, sit back, chill out. Literally just have my finger on Q, ready to for the Seafer. Maybe apply a little bit more power. And somewhere around here you've got the little duck pond. As whenever you're around here you can start hearing ducks. And it's like, oh, well, when the route first come out, everyone would sort of be hearing ducks round here, and there's a whole little pond down to the left of it. Which at the time was like a big thing, you know, more ambient animal sounds. That's a bit silly now. Lovely stuff. See if it's do its thing again. Put that down just a little bit. Out of Hamburg now, not too far along to Ahrensburg, and then after that we're then out into the open country a bit more. That's when we're actually getting somewhere. Thing is though, the game said it would be 39 minutes, but that's probably the AI going at 160 kilometers an hour. So I don't know if the AI actually do stick to the freight speed limits. So that's why it probably timed it as like 37 minutes or so. So that's probably actually a bit more than that. Yeah, nice spacious cab on this one though. Sort of clunky control desk as well. Does the speed go down too much at Ahrensburg, or is it 120? It does drop down, but I don't know what to. But no fear, because PZB should, or the speed warning board should tell us. To Ahrensburg. So there's a nice so that's like this is one of the good things about Hamburg, Lübeck, is there's a really nice service variety to it. I mean, yeah, you get the services which terminate at Ahrensburg, which are sort of the peak time services. So it's Ahrensburg, Hamburg, Ahrensburg, Hamburg, or whatever it's called. I think it's Ahrensburg. And then you then get the next set of stoppers, which then go up to Bargderheide. And then you get another set which then goes to Bad Oldesloe, and then sort of the full line runs to Lubeck. So there's generally a really nice service variety on here. So if you like service variety, this is quite a good route. And then you get all the freight, the icy stuff if you've got the other German routes. Plenty to do. Warning for a 130, well that doesn't really apply to us, we're only going 100. This is Ahrensburg. I'm just going to make sure it is actually Ahrensburg. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Ahrensburg or Ahrensburg. Then you've got Ahrensburg Gartenholz, and then there's a 160 limit. Again, we can't go up to 160 though. the 140 and then round the corner and then 160. The fastest part of this route. Well, it doesn't last for long though. There's the 160. Well, I'm already at our top speed of a steady 100. Good, you can hear see from the exterior in the locomotive. This is Garsenholt station. Quite a cool station, although I heard in real life, well, they've probably already done it now, they've actually demolished it and moved it. But I think they built it like in the wrong place or something. I think from one of these lines here, one of the branch, I don't know, something about basically they just built it and then they had to sort of rebuild it. That's what people were mentioning when the route first come out. And also on this route there's also a service in the DBBR 101. Just lots to do, lots to see, lots to do. See that, yes. Again. So next up is Bargdehide, and yeah, we got the 90 limit through there. So the one time we'll actually have to slow down on this journey. Well, and obviously at Lubeck as well for the 60. I think I can see that coming up now. I think there's also an M-Wagon. Which again is nice to see on this route. And they're actually quite easy to drive on this route as well. Right, wonderful. We get a... Oh, you see the amount of clag coming out of that 218 there? I've already down to the speed, so that will do. No magnet for it either. To Bargdehide. I wonder if there'll be a terminating service. Well, actually, I'm constantly yawning. So I'm on the night shift at the moment. So last one actually tonight, as of recording this. That's a full 7 nights in a row done. That. And through Bargdehide. So we've got no services in the terminating platform. Or in the loop platform. And Keffermühl is like the next station along, then Bad Oldesloe, Rheinfeld, and then Lubeck. Just saying that, it's only been 30 minutes, so I suppose if we had not been fannying around at the beginning, we might have got there in about 39 minutes. Would have been probably possible. to 100. Cool. Right down. And there we go. We now sit back and relax again. So I sort of motorists. I sort of split it into segments. So we're on the second third at the moment. You've got Hamburg to Ahrensburg. That's sort of the first segment for me. Ahrensburg to Bad Oldesloe, sort of the second sort of out in the country bit, and then the last bit, Bad Oldesloe to Lubeck. Split the route up a bit. Another regional express service or regional barn. And the native train to this route is the DBBR 112, which is relatively similar to, is it the DBBR 115? What's the other old one? I think it's the 115. The one you get on Russia Nord. Sort of similar. It's got like the AFB sort of cruise control / whatever on sort of the throttle. And Bad Oldesloe after. And I suppose another route, well, I mean, it's not really similar to, I mean, how good the route looks. Yeah, another route sort of within a similar-ish region, which is also available, is Bremen-Oldenburg, which is, well, North Germany as well. And also you get the M-Wagon on there as well, but the electric M-Wagon. So if you like this route, that's probably another one you'd probably like, yeah, Bremen-Oldenburg. Which is quite a sort of push to the sideline route. Like like you hardly hear people talking about Bremen-Oldenburg in the game. As I said, just a short but sweet route. There's not really much exciting about it. Actually, just a much shorter version of, say, something like this route. Right, not too far to Bad Oldesloe. I've always liked this route though. As I said, oh my god, look at that, the clad coming out of that blimmin' diesel. I mean, that's like, wow. Yeah, this route, I've always sort of liked this route, just because, as I said, there's lots to do on it. There's lots of service variety. I know it's just A to B as well. You've got Rothenburg sort as well for the freight stuff. But it's yeah, it's not just sort of, you know, it's not like every passenger service is just Lubeck to Hamburg. You've got so much different variety. You got freight, you got the layers, which are ICE, the IC service. There's generally a lot to do, and it's quite a chilled out route as well. As mentioned, it's not like lots of ups and downs, so you've got to constantly sort of be paying attention, braking, speeding up. It's quite flat. It's just like this for basically 90% of the route. It just makes it quite chilled out and easy to drive. Right, another train already, and also, yeah, busy. And also the 218 adds even more to it. So yeah, I suppose if you don't have Hamburg, Lubeck, would recommend it. I mean, maybe not into your German stuff, but if you're not, fair enough. But yeah, so generally quite a nice route, and yeah, lots of variety on it. And also like this place here, Bad Oldesloe, which is one of the terminating points for services. It's just like a chilled out place, like a massive town. A sort of, yeah, sort of rural locations. But there is one German route, which is the king of all, quality-wise, which is Dovetail, which is done by the same developer as this train, trains from Germany. That is a next-level German route, scenery and quality-wise. So yeah, this is one of the terminating points. Sort of a nice rural station. Well, not rural. But it's not like a massive city around it. And then Rheinfeld up next. So we've sort of got a fairly lonely gap to Rheinfeld, and then Rheinfeld to Lubeck, which goes on forever. So we're about 85 at the moment. We'll speed up a bit. It's 140, I think, basically all of the way to Lubeck. Well, not all of the way, most of the way. Then you've got a 60-mile/hour limit coming into Lubeck. There's like a really tight corner, sort of round into Lubeck. Really is. I mean, this is probably the best showcase we've done of this train so far. We've only done 3 videos, the first at the M Wagon and this, but I mean, this has been superb. It's been a really good run. So if you are watching this far in the video, thanks all for coming in. It's one of those runs where it remains enjoyable. Like, most of the time, it's sort of after 20 minutes or so, it's like, oh, almost there yet. Like on Main Tower Bar, that journey it just dragged on and on and on. And by the end, it was like, oh, let's just get to Aschaffenburg. But this journey, it's one of those enjoyable ones. Like, you know, we're 39 minutes in, still enjoying it as much as I was right back at the beginning. And the sound of the engine proper in your ear, it's great. I was saying that I do like German freight. I would actually maybe go to the point as I actually like German freight more than German passenger stuff. I don't know. It's tough though, that. But German freight is great. Especially if you know PZB and sort of all the signage and stuff like that on the German rail network. Very much worth learning. Learn PZB. So it just makes German routes so much better. Like pre me knowing PZB, I thought German routes were quite boring. I mean, they were nice, but I just didn't really sort of have that interest in them. It was a German route, playing it, cruise control, easy. But once you learn PZB and put those safety systems on, You can easily drive it HUDless. Because everything you need to know is just on all the signage and signals. I'm going to say in the UK you've actually got to sort of learn where all the speed boards are. In Germany it's completely different. You're basically just told where all the speed boards are, told what speed to go by the signals. Right, we're coming up to Rheinfeld. Or Rheinfeld. So yeah, if you do have Trenton World and you are sort of looking at getting into German stuff, can't stress enough, try and learn at least the basics of PZB to begin with. There's some really good tutorials by Matt Peddleston, who is the executive producer / senior producer of Trenton World. Yeah, did some video streams from quite a few years ago actually, but they're still entirely, you know, accurate and still up to date. There's an absolute game changer by learning PZB. Right, the final stretch of the journey. Jet engine coming alive again. I wonder where it wants us to stop though. Will it be at the little yard at Lubeck, or will it be in Lubeck station? We'll find out. Yeah, shame the little screen here isn't working. I think that would be the Ebula, wouldn't it? Would have been cool to maybe see a bit more functionality with that. But then TSG are now working on the Expert DBR 101, which will have the cab car and basically be like the most advanced train on Train Sim World. And then also working on the DBR 420, which has been in the works for about 4 years now. I first knew about it in 2020. We're thinking about the 420 is basically an M-Wagon, but a cab car either end and runs on its own juice. Or similar-ish. So if this was like a modern TSW route and you've got these like empty flat fields either side, I'd probably be like, oh, there's no foliage there. Or sort of, it's very just sort of empty. But this route came out in 2021, so for then this was really good. And yeah, the trackside foliage is quite nice on here. It's a good looking route. And again, for this DLC you do require Hamburg, Lübeck. And then if you want to get the main Tailbahn services, you also have to own Hamburg, Lübeck. To then I suppose get the Dovetail coaches. Yeah, the long stretch to Lübeck from Rheinfeld. It always feels like ages, this bit. And you sort of see the warning for the 16, it's like, yes! We're getting there. And it's like a really straight bit, literally, like, dead straight section. I think it's this bit, actually. This will take us all the way down to the sort of corner round into Lubeck. But it is put me in the German mood to do a few more German routes. Have like a German week or something, where it's just sort of German stuff, like we did with the American week. Which, yeah, it was good just to sort of go back to routes we don't really ever play and get a video out on them. Let's get one last fly, or sort of a part flyby shot. Someone watching from the field. And we're on the PS5 for this, so we're running at 60 FPS. Right, so not too far off, we should start seeing warning signs for the 60. I think you actually get it on a signal. Yeah, it's going to be wonder where will it take us? Is it going to take us into the station or into the yard? It can be both. Well, it can be either. So we shall wait and find out. Fair. So I'm not going to speed up anymore because, well, we are heavy freight, so, and knowing the 60 is going to be coming up, there's no point. Is this for the 60? Is this the one? This is a different one. 90. Well, there will be a 60 for that corner though. Well, I'm pretty certain it's 60 for the corner. I think you get the warning on a signal. Probably that next signal, actually, quite possibly. Unless it is 90, but it'll be quite quick for the corner. Okay, maybe it is 90. Oh, I got 60 from, unless that's going the other way. There's definitely a 60 somewhere. This sort of tight corner, this is round into sort of the yard here at Lubeck. Although by the looks of the signal we are going into the station most likely. There's a 60, look. I think it was somewhere. There we go, pop that down. Almost looked like the points were set to going into the yard there, but no. We're all good. There we go. up to Lubeck, which will be our final destination. I mean, that's 50 minutes, not 37 minutes. But yeah, nice run. But then yeah, the AI probably would go at like top speed, so that's what it's timed as. Now we have got the 1000 Hertz magnet, so coming down to 55 within I think 38 seconds. And PZB is now watching us. It's like, oh wait, make sure you do it, otherwise you're in big trouble. There we go. Sort of slowly coming into Lubeck. A very nice sort of old yard here as well, which is nice. Single yellow. Wow. Here we are. And sort of, yeah, slowly glide into the platform as we come into land. The big aeroplane. Safer. Another M-Wagon over there. There's quite a few. I think there must be every hour or so. The M-Wagon services, which are the ones down from Kiel, which use the Norddeutsch Bahn, which is diesel. That's hence the reason why you got the 218 running those services. Oh my god, what is going on over there? It's like a plane fest. How many 218s are there lined up there? What is going on? I feel like there's definitely more life on this route. I don't know if they've added like more AI. Whether they have actually added more AI, but even like more static stuff. Look at that. Some sort of power move. Pretty cool. I don't want to go through the red light, you know, after 54 minutes. I don't think we have to stop at the end. I think we go to the red light. Yeah, we go up to the red light. We don't stop at the end of the platform. I bet it will say that's not good enough. Yep. I thought that would happen. I don't know why this route, but it has like really tight objectives. Like 19 meters. Like that's not going to make any difference at all. But we have to move forward a tiny incy bit. Old routes. It's like Clinchfield where you got to go really close to the objective. Which just doesn't help. Oh, 12, 11. No, come on. Bit further. The game wants us to go further. It wants us to try and spad. Right, surely that is fine. There we go. Good. Wow, that was perfect. That's going to be it from me. Hopefully everybody has enjoyed it. 62 kilometres. Yeah. Links can be found in the usual places: Discord, PayPal, and merch store. Apart from that, thanks all for coming in. Big thanks to Dovetail for giving us a key. The DLC is out now, all platforms. £14.99. You will require Hamburg, Lübeck. And if you want the main tailbarn services, you also need to own Hamburg or Lübeck. Apart from that, thanks all for coming in, and hopefully we'll see you next time. See you all. Take care. Bye, guys.